a 4-minute countdown.
Yeah, because I
But we might be
tried to
able skip the whole-
redo it. Oh, okay. Now I think we're live because I see the chat. I don't know. Can you guys see me?
Yes, and it's working on my other
Oh, we
screen.
are live. I love it. I love it. All right. All right. Not a full 10 minutes, but it is totally a Maya time
There
to
we are.
start. It's totally a Maya time to start. So we're just going to go with that. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. You're waiting. 16 of you. Holy moly. Waiting for us. And I'm so glad you're here. And today I'm really proud to bring Laura, who is first friend of the show. She's been a lurker. Laura, what time is it for you right now?
Oh, I'm doing really well right now. Like yesterday was Manchester Pride, so I really enjoyed the parade. My friend was in it, and one of the coolest parts is I ended up with a bunch of like young people next to me, and they were like so excited, and it was just brilliant seeing them enjoying it for the first time.
Yeah, definitely. And what time is it for you though?
It is 2:37 a.m.
2:30. So you have you slept? Did you take a nap?
Well, after yesterday I was really tired, so I didn't get up until about 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay, fair. And we're going to talk about your channel and everything that you do in just a little bit. But I wanted to, I guess, introduce you or reintroduce you to everybody because I'm excited. I don't think you and I have like talked since like the
McDisaster.
the disaster. that was fun. We'll have to maybe get that in a little bit.
I feel like a child in swaddling clothes sometimes.
Yeah. Oh God. That was shortly after the non sequitur show disintegrated, and
The first time.
That's what I'm saying.
The first time, yes. Fun times. Hi, YouTube. Purple. Hey, how you doing?
All right, although I see that I apparently miskeyed my name.
I mean, it's
Purple
a
Times
pretty.
with orange.
Honestly, I was literally 99% sure that was intentional. That particular misspelling is amusing.
Yeah.
I love it. Hey, it is as true as purple
look
rhyming
at the
with
time.
orange. I know, right?
Yeah, we live it.
Yeah. So today, I want to go around because there's a lot of people here who don't know you ladies. Just your name and your pronouns. So my name is Maya. I identify as a woman. My pronouns are she, her. Purple.
Everybody can just call me Purple. I go by she, her.
Yeah.
Laura,
she, her. Very, very
Doc.
He, him.
Yeah. All right. Where are we at? All right. And Gina also identifies as she, her. And she's going to be talking to us about Kalalu today.
Cthulhu?
Well, that's going to become an issue of contention.
Yeah.
Is the pronunciation of this word.
All I have to say is bring your wine and maybe a face palm mitt. It's going to be a bumpy one.
Indeed.
All right, let's go.
I don't have wine. I might have to go into my isopropyl alcohol.
Don't do that. That's a terrible idea.
No, I've only got iced tea here. I should have got the whiskey.
Really?
This video might be
fictional entity?
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm going to put her up at 1.25 to start with, okay?
Yeah. That's fair.
Or is Kalalu actually real? I wasn't going to do a video on this. In fact, I was just going to ask a question, and that was going to be my video, but this popped up, Kalalu. Is Kalalu a fictional entity?
Yes. All right, chat. Roll credits.
Well, I don't know. Cthulhu certainly is. Kalalu.
Kalalu.
I think the jury's kind of out on this.
Kalalu really sounds like it would be Polynesian mythology.
The problem I see, having watched a bit of this, is
Oh, I'm
watching
sorry.
her read about it and realizing how bad she is at pronouncing things.
Yes.
So she
All
probably
the
read it
things.
wrong, and then stuck with reading with with it being wrong the entire time.
Which generally had been forgivable, but now these days you can go to Google and you can have it speak it if it's a word you don't know.
You can. You absolutely can. You can Google Cthulhu, and it will say Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Now she says she's done this,
To be
but
clear, I have not done this, so I have not checked at all. So maybe she's right from my perspective. Maybe you guys have checked. I'm just YOLO it through Gina content because that's how you gotta be.
I don't even know
I,
if
I
my
have it on the authority of about 100 role players.
Fair.
I think that Kalalu could very well be real and could quite possibly fall into the category as an interdimensional entity, Kawalu.
As one does, just you got
yeah.
your regular dimensional entities, you've got your trans-dimensional entities, your intradimensional entities, your sans dimensional entity. It's a whole thing.
And the way
No,
she gets
yeah, it's a whole thing, And I too, when I first heard about Cthulhu or Koalu, as the case may be, wondered if it was an interdimensional entity, because those things are so prevalent that one must wonder.
I run into 3 of them when I walk out the door.
How do you? Yeah, you can't swing a dead cat. Holy shit!
Here's another alternative, though. Could be related to a certain kind of Australian bear.
Oh,
No.
It's like Koalu.
Yeah, it's probably the Koalu is probably actually what the drop bear actually is. So you got your koala, right? And then you've got your legitimate drop bears, okay, which are a hazard, and any Australian will tell you this.
Well, it's like Pokemon, that the koala evolves into a drop bear and the drop bear evolves into Kalalu.
I think we've got it figured out now. I think that's the key. Yeah.
I'm going to come over here to my YouTube channel, you all, so I can see the comments. Kalalu. I don't want to forget how to say it because I had to go look up, see how to say Kalalu.
yeah. Let's not forget how to say it.
Where did you look it up, though?
That's a great question.
It's Wikipedia.
Is she right? I've never actually looked up how to pronounce Cthulhu.
I watched the video.
No, seriously, no. Look, you could absolutely watch the video because, the video Wikipedia will fucking tell you how to pronounce Cthulhu, or what I would like you to do right now is go to fucking Google.com and put in Cthulhu pronounce, and it will, wait for it, pronounce Cthulhu for you.
Yeah, but that's a conspiracy, though.
Why don't we just take a poll of the audience here to see who's pronouncing it correctly?
Well, here's the thing. This is what I find amusing, is how she's saying it wrong, and then she starts reading Wikipedia, and she says it right, and then immediately starts saying it wrong again.
Oh, you were jumping way ahead of us.
Oh, yeah, we can't. That's what we call foreshadowing.
Yeah, looks very impressive. It really does. Let's look at this. Let's flip this around. Hello, Apple Brooks and Bang Bang Muckle Bang. Bang Bang, honey. Your Gina had to stand up for you. Somebody wrote in the comment section they didn't want to hear me say Bang Bang Muckle Bang. Too bad. Too bad. That's all I got to say. I love saying Bang Bang Muckle Bang. I do. Yes. Hello, everyone. Hello, Christine.
I'm wondering if she loves to say Bang Bang Muckle Bang.
If it was all she had to say, that would be wonderful.
Well, that would be like somebody objecting to you saying Titan Uranus.
Well, but who would do that? I think we should all Titan Uranus.
So Kalalu. Let me go back to make sure I'm saying it right, you all. I gotta see how I pronounce it the correct way again. I think it was Kalalu. Yeah. So let's look at this, Shua. We're going to look over here. So we had this Kalalu. This is a Wikipedia thing. Kalalu is a
Oh,
fictional cosmic entity.
yeah. Fictional. Wow. It's almost like it's fucking fictional.
I mean, what we are subjecting ourselves to is, without a doubt, a Lovecraftian horror. Okay, it's just not Cthulhu. It's Gina.
Created by H.P. Lovecraft. Created. It was first introduced in his short story, The Call of Kalalu, published by the American pulp magazine Weird
Koala.
Tales.
I love it.
Like, what? Like, how do you? What is happening right now?
It's the Call of Kalalu. I don't know why this is so funny to me.
Is that an A? Like,
And
where's
a
the
W.
A in this word?
The thing is, she's calling it Koalu. There's no A in it anywhere.
Well, so I gotta say, oftentimes she's saying Kalalu instead of Kualu. So there are two.
Yeah.
Or Koalu.
Yeah.
Koalu with like koala. It sounds like like the word koala sounds like there's a W in it, but there isn't. Yeah.
I don't know. I still think Kalalu sounds like it's Hawaiian or Polynesian god, and it's got a squid for a head, so it would fit in their mythology.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
But also, it looks like isn't that what Davy Jones looks like in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that what that
1928?
Probably not. It would have gotten copyright struck, I would think.
Fair.
And considered a great old one within the pantheon of Lovecraftian cosmic entities. And this creature has since been featured in numerous popular cultural references. Kalalu. So I really don't think that Kalalu is a fictional cosmic entity. I really don't.
I just love the idea is this thing, it's fictional, yada, 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 so it's obviously not fictional.
Yeah, like, they're... What?
Do they want you to think it's fictional? Because it's clearly not.
Well, apparently, if it's referenced in enough different places, it becomes real.
No, you have something there. She totally thinks that.
Yeah.
Let me show you this. So I was looking at these.
Yeah, it baffles me. It really baffles me that, it's just like someone dreamed something up, so therefore it was real.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't understand it. I'm like, you just went through and you explained in some detail at a blurb from Google. It's more than nothing. You explained the origin story of the whole thing, and then you're just like, nuh-uh. Like, why? Why are we like this? Why? This is why we can't have nice things, chat.
Yeah, like aliens visiting us because they think we're so fucking stupid.
I just want to check something. Is she a Mormon?
That
might explain.
I don't think so. We got Leo here though, and Leo always loves to drop some pronunciation guides because he's an elitist, which I respect.
I've been seeing pronunciation from.
I've never seen somebody be simultaneously such an elitist and also such like a rural like Iowan. He really fuses the two worlds. Leo does.
These tornadoes right here. We're just going to go look at this. You can do a search on these tornadoes, and they all look rather ominous looking. I think these they're living beings, and
because they're horrifying. Because tornadoes are horrifying monsters of death that are like, hey, I'm God, and I would like to screw this particular area.
There's an important thing to look at here, and that's the bit at the top, the bit where you can see what she typed when she Googled it. And it's really interesting that when you Google strange tornado, They give you pictures of strange-looking tornadoes.
Yes.
What a surprise!
I for one, am shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
I'm
Well, I'm
shocked
not
that
that
you can
shocked.
be. Well, not that shocked. I literally heard you say that in Fry's voice. Also, what I'm shocked at though is this isn't Google. This is DuckDuckGo.
It is. I noticed that. I
Like
was like,
what?
okay. That's, I'm. Part of me was just like, really? And then I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
That's on brand.
Yeah.
In these tornadoes, I really do. I think they're a very, very powerful force to be reckoned with.
Yes.
Extremely
Yeah.
powerful, Kalalu. So, so look at this. Somebody said that they saw this right here, and I don't know about that. I really don't. I don't know if they made that up and just put that in there or not. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if truly this is real, and if it's real, and if it exists, if it's a cosmic entity. I'm thinking that one day it's literally will not hide anymore. I really don't think it's going to hide anymore. Look at this,
If it's
Gina,
doing
honey,
so
what you
much
got
work
going on?
here.
Yeah, it's a full on fantasy factory.
Wow. Like if this and if that and then like holy fucking shit, yo. Like if this is not if this is real, then this is a portal from hell.
It's almost like a sort of suspension. Excuse me. A consciousness denial in the same way as piece of candy. Piece of candy. There's another picture that looks weird. There's another picture that looks.
Yeah, no, it's like, do you listen to yourself? I wonder if she ever does listen to herself.
It's almost
she thinks she.
It's almost like 1,000 weird ideas just go through her head and they just fall out of her mouth.
Yeah,
there's no.
She thinks she's profound.
There's no break between the. I just had a weird idea, and no, that's a stupid thing to say.
Well, and there's no instinct to say, wait, what?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think she scripts the stuff either, but she's literally making it up as she goes along, as she looks at the pictures.
24/7 fantasy factory. That's what's going on here.
On you all. I got it going on. I'm pushing one too many buttons with this touch screen. You all, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Muckabang. Hinga Hookah Mundo. Can you all hear me? Yes, we can. Leviathan in the Bible. Lovecraft talks about the old ones. Yeah, that's okay. It looks like we only got not very many people in this comment section. Okay, that's great. So look at this. Look how this tornado.
Okay, that's the third time she's said tornado instead of tornado. That is not how you pronounce the word tornado.
No, okay. For 2 hours straight, she was talking about black hose.
Well,
she's not calling it a tomato.
I forgot about the black hose.
Black hose.
Oh dear.
Pronunciations isn't one of her specialities.
No.
What is?
Bullshit.
Okay.
Abject bullshit.
It looks like it is an entity within itself with these tentacles. It really does. And if we look at some of these other ones, we can do this research.
Does that look like a tentacle?
Oh.
No, that looks like maybe a water spout.
I mean,
go back 10 seconds because you have to hear this because you've got a half in a word.
Okay, I think
tornado. It looks like it is an entity within itself with these tentacles. It really does. And if we look at some of these other ones, we can do this research right here.
Research?
We can do the research right here.
Research is duck Googling strange tornado is research.
Well, as somebody who is very proud of my Googling skills. I don't have DuckDuckGo skills, but, I'm a professional. I have to say, it is a legitimate skill, and you can get a lot of awesome stuff done with Google, or this can happen.
this could happen.
So, don't do drugs unsupervised, I guess.
I mean, okay, so like her imagination is in like overdrive here, right? It's not like she Googled IRL pics of Cthulhu.
Well, what happens if we do Google IRL pics of Cthulhu?
Oh, that is a good question.
Right?
I'm gonna guess you're gonna wind up getting some people cosplaying at a convention.
Hot. I can respect that. But yeah, no. Tornadoes are weird and they're scary and they are powerful entities, I suppose. Depending
Actually, it's not altogether a different set of pictures.
If you Google real life picture of Cthulhu, you get tornadoes?
Not quite. One of the pictures that she's about to bring up is in here. Share my screen.
Well, she did have one of the ones on tornadoes that.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yep,
it's
that
one. Yeah.
But here's Cthulhu. Or I'm sorry, Kalalu. Here's Kalalu. IRL. Like, this is real life pictures of Kalalu. Here he is chasing naked chicks around on the beach with the deep ones. Here he is terrorizing a Middle Eastern village in the 1700s.
Wait, that's the U.S. military's job. Oh, wait, no, not 1700s, sorry.
Where else do we see Kalalu?
That was the 1700s. It was the Brits doing the terrorizing all over the world.
Yeah. I don't want to. We don't want to step on your toes.
Yeah, and here's Kalalu cosplaying. What do you call it? Neptune. Wow, he really likes the sea.
Well, yeah, he's supposed to rise up out of the ocean.
Yeah, and here's Kalalu terrorizing a reporter. Wow, he is all over the place.
Pokemon.
All right, way to go, Gina.
And you can check out some of these.
You know what? I haven't seen the whole video.
Here.
Sorry.
I haven't seen the whole video, but I wouldn't be at all surprised in about 5 to 10 minutes to find her Googling exactly what you just did.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure that sort of thing, that like hive mind, has like definitely happened on this show before, where we're like, wait, this person just went exactly down the rabbit hole that we just went, except they did it with full credulity.
When you do a Google search, you see these tornadoes that have entities in them.
That's some mesocyclone.
You really can. Some of them look like, and I think at times some of these are ships and stuff. Look at that. So how could it be? I don't think these are man-made. I think that these really are living entities in these
well, no, they're not man-made. They're forces of nature. I'm sorry, are all storms supposed to be man-made now?
But I told you guys to bring
alcohol.
That's
what chemtrails are. Duh. Maya, okay,
Look,
I have been doing my part.
I came prepared. You know, like, you got to do your part.
Okay, I'm taking a preemptive move. So I've been doing some model making, and I have a live scalpel right on my desk. I'm going to put it away somewhere safe just to be on the safe side.
That's good. Do not have any sharp objects in reach.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah. That's sound advice, kids.
Yeah.
Kalalu, however you say it. You all look at this. A bizarre inverted tornado. Bizarre inverted tornado. So we can look at it. Go on, Gina.
You Googled strange tornadoes, okay? I don't. What are you? Sorry, you DuckDuckGo'd a strange tornado.
What did you expect to find?
These are strange tornadoes.
Yeah.
I mean, hang on.
Content, I think, is what she expected to find, and she did. She found content.
Good news. I just checked. I just got an email from a doctor saying her IQ test came back negative.
That tracks.
Yep.
Honey, you can do that. We can do it. You all look at that bizarre inverted tornado. So, it really wasn't going to be the topic that I was focusing on. It wasn't, but I saw it and I thought, wow, I'm going to talk about it. Now, some of these, they may look photoshopped and stuff, but you know that tornadoes are very powerful. They are a very powerful forces of nature.
Forces of nature with awesome Photoshop skills.
And aliens inside or something.
Yeah.
They have different shapes than us, and they have different types of power within them. They really do.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to the Kalalu, or something, however you said it.
I just wanted to however, who said it?
Okay. just to be clear, she's correct. Tornadoes don't look like human beings. Yeah, they don't look like us at all. One's kind of spelty shaped. The other one is like, not.
Yeah. Okay. Like if I try and do like a tornado thing, then I'm just gonna do this a lot. We haven't reached that part of the show yet. Okay.
You gotta spin a lot faster.
Yeah, but later. Not gonna lie though, this picture right here, if this is at all real, that's astonishing. I don't think it is.
That's a rainbow.
Yeah, it's a rainbow, but it's a tornado rainbow.
Okay.
Well, I think if anything, at least the colors have been enhanced.
Well, enhancing is fine, okay? I mean, my colors are enhanced. That's why I look so pink all the time.
I could see that as possible with the with the rainbow being visible around the edges of it. Where there's like a mist around the edge of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a thing though, because obviously rainbows come because it's raining and the sun beams across them, and so all you need is a very small tornado cloud area, and the sun, and it's been raining there obviously because
Well,
just if you're looking at the cloud with the sun behind it, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that's not what the rainbow means. Okay, so the rainbow, to be clear, Genesis chapter 9, verse 12. And God said, "This is the sign of the covenant I am making between you and every living creature, every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring the clouds and the rainbow appears in the clouds, it'll be because I don't want to kill everybody again."
Hey, well, the good news is that this is like 15 years ago, something now, that when New Zealand passed their gay marriage bill, there was a gay rainbow right over the city.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking is, did that tornado form in June and it just didn't want to be left out of the whole gay pride thing?
Change phenomenons. Because I think that there are living beings up there in the clouds, if not UFOs and stuff, that can do their own thing with the weather. Because this is just, it's not natural, so it has to be something from out of this world, is what it has to be. Out of this world, you all look at all these.
So she's not saying aliens did it, but aliens did it.
Yeah.
The answer is always aliens. Come on.
Well, not always. Sometimes it's God, and sometimes it's magic, and sometimes those are the same answer.
Why is it not natural, though? I mean, don't we have historians writing about tornadoes, hundreds of years ago?
Well, hundreds, yeah, but so tornadoes are actually so rare in Europe that a lot of languages don't have a word for them.
Yeah.
In Europe, in India, they're more common, but really 80% of the tornadoes that happen on planet Earth happen in Tornado Alley in the United States. Yep. The ones that do happen other places oftentimes are linked to monsoon and hurricane events as opposed to the sort of characteristic thing that happens in the US with.
I'm not so sure that's true, because I seem to remember that the UK gets more tornadoes than anybody else in the world. However, they're little tiny, whirls rather than big massive things that will kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
a
also
dust
sure
devil
that
isn't a tornado.
I'm also sure that if you ask any Native American tribe that lived around the Great Lakes, they're going to have some legends about tornadoes.
Yes.
They're also quite common in Italy and Germany. However, the Royal Air Force went and retired their tornadoes.
Look at this. Looks like there's a UFO ship in this one right here. You can see the white of it. You can see the white of it. You know, and these ships, these interdimensional ships, these UFOs, these galactic ships, whatever you want to call them, they do have, I think they have the ability to do things with the weather too. I do. And we know that the weather is very powerful, whether it's man-made, whether it's made by the extraterrestrials, or whether it's made by living beings in the sky. It has an effect on us. It does. It's very powerful. We feel it. We experience it. We see it. It can be very destructive. Whatever you don't want to remember that commercial. How it said, "It's not nice to fool Mother Nature."
God, that's an old margarine commercial.
Is it?
Yes, from like the 70s.
From like, is it like for like I can't believe it's not butter or something?
Yeah, that sort of thing. I can't remember what company it was now.
But
it was that Mother Nature couldn't tell the difference between the margarine and the butter, so then she, conjured up this big storm and strikes something with lightning.
I mean, that's a clever marketing ploy. I could, I can get into that. Yeah, it's not as good as the Geico gecko, but
I think there's living, there's life in everything. See, look at this. So what's up with this? I really do believe that there are UFO. There's long white ships in the clouds, and there's other types of UFOs in the sky. There are, you all. So come on now. You know that this is they're living beings. I just want to say these are living beings,
a line of them.
and they
just that center picture. It's a whole line of smaller funnels. That's a pretty rare phenomena.
This is a time lapse. This is an overlay of several photos.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That makes way more sense.
A tornado. It's the evolution of a tornado. But for the record, if you want to see some awesome tornado footage, Picos Hank on YouTube. Picos Hank, fantastic channel. Goes back years. Guy also does his own music and like overlays on top of it. It's he's got longer hair than me. It's great.
You know what? I'm reminded a bit of they got living creatures in them, and my brain just went to the movie Twister, and it's like cow, another cow. No, I think it's the same one.
No.
They don't have a solid structure like us. They don't. They're much lighter than we are. They are. So I'm supposed to be looking at Kalalu. That's what I'm supposed to look at.
Yeah, okay.
Anybody weighed a tornado before?
That image he's showing right there gives it all away. Kalalu is obviously a cartoon character because it only has 4 fingers. Real creatures have 5. We know that.
Like The Simpsons.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over there. We're going to look at it. This Kalalu, however I'm supposed to say it. Jonathan, honey, your friend.
She's looking at the page that shows how to pronounce it.
Don't say that. Okay.
Need good thinking who will be talking with the cosmic.
What?
Gina Maria, dear, we need good thinking who will be talkings with the cosmic visitors. I don't know what that's about. I really don't.
I understand.
What?
I understand.
Wow.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Someone just said you need good thinking, and she went, I don't know about that.
They didn't just say that. They said we need good thinking for when we're holding talkings with cosmic visitors. Okay, so like when you look at the whole statement, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to side with Gina here in saying I don't know what all that's about, but.
I think that her
maybe I
audience
misheard.
is saying that when we encounter interdimensional creatures or extraterrestrials, that she should be our spokesman.
Yeah, yes, which would be hilarious and horrifying.
It would be horrifying, yes.
Just
I gotta say though, like if I were making first contact with a less developed civilization, okay, I'm imagining 1,000 years in the future when we got like the Federation of Planets and everything.
Or you mean if you just went into one of Gina's live streams and started like talking to her in her chat?
Yeah, my point is that it would mostly be hilarious. And I think that the people would be like, okay, well, if these people pulled a 2016 and elected this nonsensical individual to represent them, okay, she's not. Is she as bad as Trump? You know, unclear, but you know, it happens.
We hold talkings with the cosmic visitors. I don't know what that's about. I really don't. Let me come over here. Let's right over here, you all. I like to go to this fandom because, well, I want to see a picture of it, you all. Come on, can we see a picture of this Kalalu? Look, oh, it looks very...
I want to see a picture of it, so I'm going to go to this fan website. What?
Yeah. Not only that, what's written there is Wikipedia.
Oh, it is. Yeah, copy and paste.
And it even has a pronunciation guide by the name.
Holy shit, right up top.
Yeah.
Let's see if she notices it.
Cthulhu or Cthulhu? Yeah. Hold on.
It's Cthulhu. If I hear anyone saying Cthulhu, you're banned from the fucking chat.
I think this might be the bit I was referring to before.
Let's see. Let's see what she does with it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Maya. I might have to start a mutiny and only use Cthulhu just to
I don't know
irritate.
what he's talking about. He's just being silly. You can hit the play button anytime there. I mean, I could kick you from the back room, and I could.
Very ominous. What if it is like a Leviathan? The Call of Kalalu. Look at this. So, Cthulhu or Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Okay,
There
Cthulhu. No, it's not.
Woo! Oh, shit, I got too happy.
Yep, you got it right there.
Wait. That's a fact. All right. We got one down. Let's see what she does with it.
I'm so angry.
I don't think it's a fictional godlike monstrosity. Oh my gosh, this is just very descriptive words. A fictional godlike monstrosity invented by the 18th century horror. I didn't know there was a horror writer, you all. I guess because I don't watch.
That's Lovecraft's whole thing. H.P. Lovecraft.
Okay, so when you look at this picture, like, are you thinking that this is just a fun, like, children's story type character? Like,
It looks like a weird. It looks like the offspring of a Hork-Bajor and an octopus.
Okay, just to add to her list of mispronunciations, somebody needs to tell her that monstrosity has an S in it.
Did she say monstrosity?
Yes, 2 or 3 times.
It has 2, in fact.
The S was probably sucked out by the tornado. So
I can't do this sober.
Or read horror.
Why would you try, Maya? Why would you try?
Oh, learn something new. Created. No, it was already here. More like maybe he had contact with them from the other rim.
So
could
the
have
other
called
rim?
it in.
From the other room?
Is the rim anything like a realm?
Oh, I thought she said the other room, like he was in the bedroom and the writer was in the living room.
No. She said rim. I have a feeling which rim it's come out of.
Okay, yeah. So the whole rim job she's doing right here is very confusing to me. Let me put it that way. But I'm not going to kink shame, and I think when she says rim, she might be referring to like the Pacific Rim with giant like mecha suits, because that seems on brand for Cthulhu.
I don't know. I've never been able to count the tentacles, so I'm not sure how many people Cthulhu could rim at once.
It's
Yeah.
it's as many as Cthulhu wants.
Yep.
People can open up portals. They really can.
They can open up portals.
A horror. So he's not a horror writing. Yeah. All of that, you all. So let me do this. Come on, let's look at this. I want to see what they have to say about it because we might need to know. We might run into this so-called fictional cosmic monstrosity one day. We might see it in the skies one day. We really might.
You never know when you're going to run into fictional monstrosity, right, chat? I mean, those fictional threats out there, they're really they're what keeps me up at night.
Their chief weapon is surprise, fear and surprise.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition, and no one expects Cthulhu.
Never know. We're going to have to know what to look for. So Kalalu's appearance is that of a colossal humanoid. Humanoid?
I'm shocked.
That means it's not totally human. It means that it could be mechanical, maybe, or something like that. So a colossal.
I did not anticipate that when I made the whole Pacific Rim joke. I just want to say.
Okay, yeah.
I might be a prophet.
I would have thought that all the tentacles would have given a clue that it wasn't human, but apparently she jumps to humanoid, meaning that it's got to be an artificial form of some kind.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, it's fair. Like I look at that thing and I think tentacles, and when I think tentacles, I think I don't know, Japanese fiction. And when I think Japanese fiction, I think giant mecha robots. So I immediately made the connection. That might have been problematic?
No, actually, that sounds a lot more reasonable than anything she's spewing.
Well, I mean,
not that's a hard bar to clear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As I like to say, in this case, the bar is, of course, subterranean. So,
yeah.
Humanoid entity possessing both anthropodic and cephalopodic qualities. These are kind of big words for me, you all. Just a little bit big, but that's okay. I'm going to try to get through it. Look, he, or rather it, has an upper body similar to a man. Oh, wow. But possesses narrow webbed wings on the back of its back and its arms and legs. Its legs end with clawed digits. It pierce right through you is what it looks like. The most defining feature of Kalalu is its head, which closely resembles an octopus. It's got an octopus head. The head is mostly a large, bulbous, pulsating sac and numerous writhing tentacles.
Pause. Okay, the head is mostly a large, bulbous, pulsating sac. That sounds like Donald Trump as well.
Well, yeah, but you would expect to see a comment about the orange disposition if it was describing Trump.
Sprout from where one would expect a mouth to be.
No, that's a tongue. Okay, tongues are like the only part of our body that kind of looks like a tentacle. Okay, there's one other, but yeah.
Kalalu's height reaches hundreds of meters tall, but it is capable of altering its size and shape at will, being anywhere between the size.
She doesn't know what a meter is.
Do you know what a meter is?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the thing with all the spinning numbers that tells them how much electricity I'm using.
I hate you so much, Purple.
Of a man to the size of a continent and capable of spawning any number of limbs as it chooses.
You know what? If it was the size of a tentacle, you would have thought we'd have seen it by now.
Yeah, and possibly have been gravitationally attracted to it. That's a large object. That's like the size of the moon. The moon is a few thousand miles large. It's like the size of the U.S., but
Yep.
spherical.
Well,
I mean,
that's
obviously,
what she
to be
was
clear,
reading.
Earth is flat and truth is a lie. But yeah,
No,
Me
my
too.
favorite part is how she can't pronounce anything unless like she reads the pronunciation out. We're back to Kalalu.
Yeah. Yeah, that she pronounced it right one time while she was reading it, but then
Yeah.
went right back to what she was doing.
She couldn't pronounce the word pronounce.
Fair.
well, she might have already though. Well, no, she hasn't said the word pronounce. She said that's how you say it, and is that how you say it? Never mind. Yeah.
No,
She
yeah, that
seems to
can't
have
be
a
right.
problem with any word with more than 2 syllables.
Yeah.
I think I remember reading something about some type of an entity that was, well, no, that was one of the gods. They could
Are you sure it was something you read, Gina? Are you sure it wasn't nothing?
make themselves big or they can make themselves small. They could change their self into a bird or anything that they wanted, is what I thought I heard.
That's Dracula.
So the
And it's a
call,
bat.
What was that?
That's Dracula, and it's a bat.
Yeah.
of the Kalalu, the most detailed description is in the tale of the Kalalu and is based on the statues of the creature, one constructed by an artist after a series of baleful dreams. Oh my gosh, he met them. They met it in the dream state.
Someone had the
dream state.
dreams, therefore it's obviously
Our dreams,
true.
I think that our dreams at times, we really do go into another realm.
Rim?
Another realm.
She's saying realm, but
I know, she just says the word rim.
well, that's certainly what YouTube thinks.
Obviously, her in spelling and not rest good friends.
I can't imagine her trying to say the word onomatopoeia. That would be hilarious.
That's probably what happened. This person met it in another realm. It's said to have yielded simultaneous pictures of an octopus, a dragon.
For the record, Beamsy, hippopotamonstrosiquipedaliophobia is 100% a made. All words are made up words, but this is a made up word that isn't actually used except for it to be a big long word. So,
yeah. And a human
and it
caricature.
Rolls up your tongue. I love that.
A pulpy tentacle head.
How many times do you have to practice that?
I had a book about weird phobias when I was a kid, and hippopotamonstrosiquipedaliophobia is a particularly sesquipedalian example of the word. And sesquipedalian is a real word, and it means pertaining to long words.
Just for shits and giggles, how many digits out have you memorized pi?
3.141592653589793233846264338327950.
9. 9 comes after it.
Okay,
you're right.
why?
It does.
I
was really bored in 5th grade. I was really bored in 5th grade.
All right.
Just being absolutely honest, I didn't know it was 9.
I think it might be a 9. It's either a 9 or a 2.
Well, look, either
hit
way,
the goddamn play button.
Mounted on a grotesque and scaly body with rudimentary wings.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Another recovered by police from a raid of a murderous cult represented a monster of vaguely anthropoid outline with an octopus-like head whose face was a mass of feelers, a scaly, rubbery-looking body, prodigious claws on hind and 4 feet, and long, narrow wings behind it. How do you think this is? Do you think this stuff is make-believe? I really don't.
Why?
I think that
it's like
if they thought of it.
Oh, pause for a sec. It's almost like as she was reading it, she was getting excited about the possibilities. It's like she's learning new ideas, and every time she learns a new idea, it just sort of solidifies the idea of this thing in her mind, and it becomes more real as she learns more elements about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's becoming more real as she reads.
Because it is. That's how the 24/7 Fantasy Factory works.
What would even put something like this in somebody's mind? Okay, what?
I mean,
Curry. The answer is curry.
I have a vivid imagination. I can come up with all sorts of like horrifying weird stuff. Maya has seen some of this, and it's traumatizing. So
It is.
she's
Yeah,
in
and
therapy.
not only
I'm
that,
still not
bad
well.
fish, eating bad fish, gone off food. All these things can make you ill, and all sorts of ideas pop in your head when you're sick.
Yeah, no, what you just said about the bad fish, it made me think, if this woman were to watch Airplane, she'd think it was a documentary.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay? And she'd be like, I want to try that fish.
What would? How would you even come up with something like this?
Well, I know for me, it
Chances are.
extreme sleep deprivation can do it.
Yeah.
When I'm going on my third day without sleep, I start hallucinating things.
It's almost like, she has I think she has a incredibly insular thing about her, sort of the incredulity kind of thing, that I couldn't think of something this complicated. So obviously this is real. It's all based upon her reality of, a universe, and it's like anything outside of her little bubble is, beyond her comprehension, and therefore she needs to adopt it into her bubble. Because
Yeah.
thought of something complicated, therefore it's true. No one could. I couldn't think of something this complicated, so obviously it must be real, because this isn't something anybody could imagine. Because I can't imagine it. You know what I mean? It's this, it's an insular mind, reading about something that someone invented and she couldn't invent, so therefore it becomes real.
Yeah.
Oh,
Roll the clip.
Or back in the old days,
damn it,
they
Scott.
probably did see this, you all. They probably did see this. Look, when the creature finally appears, the story says that the thing cannot be described, but it's called the green sticky spawn of the stars, with flabby claws and an awful squid head with writhing feelers. Johansson's phrase, a mountain walked or stumbled, gives a sense of the creature's scale by Wilcox's dreams, which touched wildly on a gigantic thing miles high, which walked on or lumbered about. Kalalu is depicted as having a worldwide cult centered in Arabia, with followers in regions as far-flung as Greenland and Louisiana. The leaders of the cult in the mountains of China, who are said to be immortal, and Kalalu is described by some of these cultists as a great priest of the great old ones who lived ages before they were men. Okay, I'm a little confused.
Shocker.
Oh, we can tell. We can tell.
That's the understatement of the year.
You should screen grab that, and every time she says it, you need to just,
I'm a little confused. It's like that clip of not Benthoven, sorry Bent, of Kenthoven saying what I believe is dumb. It's fantastic.
Or that
Are they
famous flat
saying
earther clip
that there
of
really
a 15-degree-per-hour drift.
Yeah, so the thing about that one, though, is that Bob Nodell has passed away, and so it's a little uncouth to mock the dead, I suppose. But yeah, thanks, Bob.
I've seen people still using it.
Yeah. I've used it, and then people were like, "You shouldn't do that because the man has passed." I'm like, "Yeah, but I mean, come on."
It doesn't matter. It's a quote that he used while he was alive.
Yeah.
There really is a worldwide cult centered in Arabia, with followers in regions as far-flung as Greenland and Louisiana who follow these? Who follows this?
No! It's just a description of what the story thing is about.
Yeah.
It's
those are just elements of the story.
Yeah, it's like she missed the bit of this is fictional and this is the sort of the lore around it, and she missed the bit this is the lore around it, and has automatically jumped to that's what it is.
Yeah. She literally doesn't know the difference between a fanfic and a news report.
She doesn't know the difference between not even a fanfic, just like straight up normal fiction, right? Like fanfic that's at least a newer phenomenon. Okay, the earliest example of fan fiction that I can think of, Book of Mormon, right? So it's
Wait, are you going to read from the Book of Mormon?
Do you want me to read from the Book of Mormon?
I do not.
I think
I would really appreciate it if you would not.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Laura.
I think we need to operate on an assumption that this is someone who would need a special tool to be able to tell their ass from their elbow.
No, she cannot.
Yeah, no.
That's very apparent.
Hence the tool.
Yeah.
Is it really true?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at this. Let's look at this, you all.
Someone, Ember in the chat just said, and it came to pass. I agree, it came to pass. It just, crapped out and, I'm sorry.
No, I was reading Ember's other thing. Oh, she's seeing the light. See how much she's illuminated right now? She's seeing the light, maybe she'll...
I believe that's pronounced shite.
I think it's true.
She thinks it's true.
You think it's true?
Why would we think it's true, Gina?
Oh no, she Googled it.
You're displaying this along with what looks like pictures of Bigfoot in there.
It looks like
that is
drawings.
Look at this.
None of this looks like it was taken with an actual camera.
No, they're illustrations.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but that's totally from a P900 right there.
But look at it. The images for Cthulhu cult followers in Arabia. It's a good job she, copied and pasted it and didn't type it. Should have been there all day.
Yes. Oh man.
Wow.
No, it's Madam.
They got old pictures. The spirit
I guess
realm.
that's one of their priests. It's not Bigfoot. I guess it's one of their priests.
Sure.
Yeah, could be.
It's they are leaders of the cult in the mountains of China who are said to be immortal. Images for the cult followers. Oh my gosh. A B-52 in Texas.
What?
Where did that come from?
What?
Yeah, how are we talking about an airplane now?
What? There's probably plenty of them in Texas. There's probably a bunch of air bases there. Like what?
Yeah.
What? I don't understand.
I have no idea where that came from.
Right.
Okay, yeah,
Left
I had a call
field.
come in. I paused it. So is there... I don't know.
I'll bet.
It could be.
It couldn't be.
Real.
False.
Why would they follow something fictitious? Why would they...
There's a lot of churches that do that.
Yeah. Also, I mean, Gina, like we're following you, and we don't think.
Well, I mean, we've got the Church of Scientology. Look how big that is, and that's all based on a science fiction story.
Yeah.
They follow something fictitious is what I've got to say. Why would they?
They don't. The fictitious people are fictitious. They don't actually follow anything because they don't actually exist.
Yeah, it's just a description of the law around the fantasy thing that you're describing.
It exists in the book.
Okay. Look,
and then you close the book, and then it goes away.
I know this is going to sound awful. I don't mean this to there's this thing with dyslexia. People who's got dyslexia and they struggle and they sort of jump sentences or something. They jump lines when they try reading.
Yeah,
it's almost like she has that problem that she missed the line where it said that this is fictional and that
except for the times,
she's
the 10
just,
times where she read fictional,
Yeah, she read it out
character.
loud. It
I
just
don't mean,
never registered in her brain.
Right. Yeah.
yeah. What I mean is, although she said fictional at the start, it's like she missed the
It's like at least 10
according
times
to
now.
the story around it, and then
Yeah.
the people from Arabia.
I adore you for trying to bring some sense of like reason and rationality and normalcy into this, but like I think from what I'm gathering in the chat, she has no idea what fictional means.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree with them on that.
Oh,
140.
I was thinking that Laura was on the right track there, that she's just talking faster than she can think, so she can't process all the words she's reading.
Like
Yeah, she
fictional
said more
10
than 5
times.
words.
She says
said more
fictional
than
at
5
least
words,
10 times
okay?
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, effectively, what we're looking at is someone buffering badly.
Yeah.
That she's got like a out in the middle of nowhere, still using dial-up level of comprehension.
Yeah, and it's just not connecting. It's just like, but yeah, she's just gonna
So
spinning.
she
I
just
get it.
gets the odd bit of sentence, and then there's like a few moments, and then she gets another sentence, and her brain can't put the two together because there's been this pause in between.
Also,
Or she's just
144,000
stupid.
subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
People like stupid.
yeah, and
Okay, so
all but her 5 friends are people thinking, "What the fuck is this?"
yeah, I mean, yeah. What is this? This image here?
I mean, look,
I
I've
don't
worn
what?
I have worn shoes with a higher IQ than this lady, and that's when they were still in the field grazing.
That I'm gonna steal that one. Oh,
Me and my
Because you
brother,
know what?
my
They
brother and
say
I,
that
my brother and I, we used to have a great game called Insults to the Death, and the rules are basically you insult each other as creatively as possible, and if you swear, you lose because you couldn't think of anything better. That's the
well,
honest.
shit.
That sounds like a good game.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
they say that of certain religions. They say like, why are you worshiping a god that you cannot see? Why do you believe in something you cannot see? See, they say that of religions also. So why wouldn't that be possible? Look at this. Charles Dexter Ward's study. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so she's saying since we're
I
skeptical
think
of a
they
god
really
we
do.
can't see, we should be worshiping something we know is fictitious.
I have no idea what she's saying.
Yeah,
In
I'm
fact,
trying to figure that out.
The
I
problem
think
is,
she aborted her statement. Even she realized that the second half of that sentence wasn't going to line up with the first half.
well, not only that, I don't think she knows what she's saying either. That's the problem.
I do
Well,
agree with that.
Yeah.
Do.
You,
I
you know,
really do. I think they
actually, what she's doing is exactly the same stuff you get out of an AI chatbot. That you'll get coherent sentences, but it doesn't remember what it said a few lines above, so there's no continuity.
Yeah, it also works with the Deepak Chopra, sort of sentence generator as well.
Yeah.
I will say AI chatbots are a lot more apologetic.
And they can help you pronounce things.
Except for the one that turned into a Nazi after a couple of weeks.
Oh, that was fun.
That
yeah.
was a long. Well, actually, I know what you're talking about. That was a recent one.
Yeah.
really do. They follow it. Would you think not? Let me put this back to me. That's really interesting. Yeah, let's look at this, you all. So, the cult is noted for chanting its horrid phrase. I'm not going to say it.
Lady, if I paid you $1 million, you wouldn't be able to say it, okay? Because let me tell you, I'm looking at that and I have no idea what it says.
You know what, though? I think this might be the reverse genius element, though, because she is probably the person who could because she can mispronounce everything else, but somehow she'll be able to, say something that doesn't even exist. It's not even a real thing. So I'm sure she'll be able to get that through. Get that.
I'm just curious what kind of creature she would summon with the chant if she mispronounces every word.
That would be. I'm sorry. I'm just like visioning that in my head.
Also, Donald Trump.
Based on my understanding of how entities are summoned from the Netherrealms that I've gotten from South Park, I think you would end up with Biggie Smalls. I think that's what would happen.
And the great old ones, according to Castro, had become, they came from the stars.
Oh,
God.
The great old ones, according to Castro, had come from the stars to rule the world in ages past.
What, the guy from
Would
Cuba
they be
with the
considered?
Maybe.
The guy from Cuba with the beard.
Yeah, but I don't know what other Castro it's referring to, so I guess we go with that.
Mm-hmm.
The fallen angels, would they? Sheila, I'm not going to repeat that phrase. No, I'm not, because that's something that they're going to... No, I'm not going to repeat it. Besides, I can't even say it anyhow. Yeah.
There you go, okay? There's no harm in admitting that, okay? That's complete nonsensical phrase. It's basically like that Welsh village name, which, again, no, I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
Me neither, and I've heard it lots of times.
Right? It's hard. That one guy on the weather who managed to just pull it off, the man's... It's incredible.
I remember
I'm not going
to... Up, go, go, go.
Yeah, yeah.
Say it.
Thing to remember about
Welsh. That's a really good one, Red Clouds.
Thing to remember about Welsh, it's like English, except for with most of the vowels removed.
That sounds awful. I mean, actually, we have a lot of vowels in English, like phonetically, not letterly.
Well, to be fair, in Welsh, W is a vowel.
Yeah.
So look at that. Look at that. They were not composed altogether of flesh and blood.
Stunning.
They had shape, but that shape was not made of matter. And when the stars were right, they could plunge from world to world through the sky. But when the stars were wrong, they could not live. But although they no longer lived, they would never really die. They all lay in stone houses in the great city of Raleigh, preserved by the spells of the mighty Kalalu, for a glorious resurrection when the stars and the earth might once more be ready for them. That sounds like that sounds kind of like that's going to come true, or it has come true, or it's getting ready to come true. I don't think it's make believe.
Why? How would you know that?
Because yeah.
The italics is because they were quoting from a novel.
A book, a fictional book. God damn it! It said it. It said it. It said it is fiction. It said it was. Oh
yeah, but Maya, fiction is a fictional concept, right?
Okay, so the time for my first picture is here.
Oh, yes. Let's somewhat of a palate cleanser.
Okay, are you saying this is like a double negative? Yes. So are you saying that works like a double negative, that if in a book you have a character who is an author and then they make up a character, does the character that the fictional author made up become real? Because it's like, two negatives make a positive, so two fictionals make a real?
Yeah. It's almost like it is, isn't it? Hey, Beck! I've seen Beck for a while. Saw a couple of videos this week.
Oh, yeah. Beck goes live every Monday. Should head over there tomorrow. I'm sorry, there's a spider on my ceiling. It's not a squid trying to tell me the good news of Cthulhu. Thank
This
God.
is this is only juice. I wish it was red wine. I really, really do.
Like, I try to warn people, like every week, like not safe for work. Don't do this sober. I don't. We're Doc. God.
All I've got is IPA and mulled wine.
Mulled wine. Sounds like the hard stuff.
I'm still trying to find a decent cider that doesn't just taste like beer.
What kind of
But I
cider
really
are you
don't.
drinking?
I can't find any good ones around here.
Yeah, but still, they shouldn't taste like beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunately what they're selling as cider is usually a flavored malt beverage.
What?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't find any real hard cider around here.
Okay, this is probably someone who works with this lady and doesn't understand what words mean.
Fair.
Because the word cider and
Yeah. Yeah.
doesn't go together.
Right?
It's American marketing that they're allowed to put that on the label, but that's not really what's in the bottle.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Usually.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. The much discussed couplet from Abdul Al-Hazred's Necromancy. I've heard of that necromancy and don't want to talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
That is
Oh gosh.
Necronomicon.
Yeah.
It's not even hard to say. Like, you just read it.
Yeah.
not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange, I'm not repeating it, okay? I'm not. Okay, when the stars have come, right for the old ones, some force from outside must serve to liberate their bodies. And the spells that preserve them intact likewise prevented them from making an initial move at the proper time. So let's look at this, you all. I think this is going to happen, or it could be happening. The secret priest would take the great Cthulhu from his tomb to revive his subject and resume his role on the earth. This sounds like Satan.
Oh my
This
gosh.
sounds like Satan, you all.
Okay, look, can anyone verify for this? Is this what concussion feels like?
I've never had a concussion, as
Me
far as I
neither.
know.
That's the reason why I'm wondering.
Good question.
Well,
Yeah.
are your glasses now embedded into your skull?
No, not yet.
Not yet, but they're new. I just got them on Friday.
Oh, sorry, yours, not mine.
Fancy. But we both have red glasses. Check it out.
Mine are pink.
Well, close enough. It's a shade of red.
Or something else. Oh, wow. Then mankind would have become as the great old ones, free and wild beyond good and evil, with laws and morals thrown aside, and all men shouting and killing and reveling in joy. Then the liberated old ones would teach them new ways to shout and kill and reveal and revel and enjoy themselves, and all the earth would flame with the holocaust, ecstasy of a freedom.
What?
Look at the way she's just gone, oh my god, this is disastrous.
Did she just start speaking in tongues? What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure she just did 3 different accents right at the end there. Ecstasy of freedom.
And she went up 2 octaves to do it. It's like, oh my god, this is going to be a disaster. Everything's going to fall to pieces.
Yeah, I don't. Why is she like this?
Well, she panicked when she came to Satan.
Yeah.
Although I gotta tell you,
you.
Cthulhu would whip Satan's butt. There's no question about it.
Right? For sure.
This sounds familiar to some other things. It really does. It sounds quite familiar. Oh, wow, I cannot believe this fandom, I think, has more truth in it than some of the things we read in today. I really do. Castro reports that the great old ones are telepathic. They're telepathic, and they knew all that was occurring in the universe, and they were able to communicate with the first humans by molding their dreams, thus establishing the Kalalu cult. But after Rayleigh had sunk beneath the waves, the deep water.
It's Kahalu.
Water is full of the.
It's like our fourth pronunciation of this name.
Do you know what?
Right?
It's a good job that that no one has to take a drink every time she says it wrong.
Oh
Because
no, we
yeah,
can't
we
play
don't play that
drinking
game.
games
Yeah,
here.
we don't do that.
I just think I my moral compass won't allow it.
Yeah,
we'd
no,
all be in a coma and be glad of it.
Yeah.
like a good half hour ago.
Well,
Yeah.
Holy shit.
it's just not good practice to kill off your audience.
or yourself.
These are facts.
Yeah.
A one primal mystery through which not even thought can pass had cut off the spectral intercourse. Wow.
Not gonna lie, that's a pretty awesome sentence. You know, a shame to hear it coming out of her mouth.
I mean, it's good literature, even from like a horrible racist. But
Oh, was he? Well, of course he was.
of course he was.
I asked that. Sorry.
Well, I think we all have to face the reality that Cthulhu was on his way. And I think the only one who could possibly stop him is maybe Lisa the Rainbow Giraffe.
Facts.
Look at this. The old or ancient ones, the elder gods, or of cosmic good, and those of cosmic evil. I think they're talking about angelic beings and stuff. You got good ones and you got bad ones, benevolent and malevolent beings. That really sounds interesting, you all.
You got
the
good
old
and
ancient
beings.
ones,
Wow,
the elder
what a
gods of
novel
cosmic good, and
I mean, it's completely novel, and nobody could possibly come up with that idea themselves. Therefore, God.
those of cosmic evil, bearing many names and themselves of different groups, as if associated with the elements, and yet transcending them. For there are water beings. There's water beings, you all, hidden in the depths. Those of air that are the primal lurkers beyond time. Those
Well,
of
there you
earth,
go.
horrible.
There's where the tornadoes come from. It's when a water being and an air being dance together, you get a tornado.
I mean, I've heard more ridiculous ideas. That'd be more poetic for a hurricane, but yeah, I can follow it.
Animate survivors of distant eons. That sounds really weird. I mean,
Yeah.
really, it's weird, but real. That's what it sounds like. This is.
Why do you think this? Why?
Yeah, why does this sound so real? Does this have any tenuous connection with any part of reality that you have ever experienced?
It's almost like the weirder it is, the more real it must be.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah. I think you got something there.
Real stuff. So, the great Kalalu is one of the water beings. The beast from the sea. Isn't there something supposed to come from rising from the sea, you all? In the book of Revelation, something.
I don't. Why? Why
are you like this?
Virtually every mythology has some kind of godlike being that rises up out of the sea.
My last therapy session, we talked about how I like one of the big aspects of my social life is this show, Bad Science Sundays, where we sort of talk about this nonsense. And my therapist was like, why do you like responding to crazy people? And I was like,
she's my co-host, Doc.
You know what? I came to rationalize this thought ages ago, and it's like, even if you're having the shittiest day ever, you can always look at something like this and think, it could be worse. I could be like that.
Yeah, but there's also, like, ignorance is bliss, right? So she must be just constantly in a state of ecstasy.
Oh, I mean, ignorance can be cured, but hers goes cut straight to the bone.
Yeah.
Something's coming out
I'm
of the
pretty sure they
sea.
never unlock her room if she's not supervised.
I mean, they're giving her internet access that's able to create a following of 144,000
Yeah.
subscribers. 144,000. So smash that subscribe button to our channel, not this one. That's crime.
How many
Yeah,
people are laughing at it?
For just incoherent jabbering. How do you attract an audience that size?
Apparently, you go on Wikipedia, the fiction side, and tell people it's real.
Yeah.
And they don't want you to believe it.
Yeah.
Derleth indicated that the water beings opposed those of the air, and rightly so. A departure from traditional elemental theory, in which the water and the fire were opposed and depicted Kalalu as engaged in an age-old arch rivalry with the designated air elemental, Hasitur, whom he describes as his half-brother. Are we getting this like Inky and Enlil kind of in here too? And then Jesus and Satan, and what other are there that they compare? And
Okay, well, you're getting inky because that's what cephalopods do to escape. They squirt out a cloud of ink.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect her to make that connection.
But, yeah, there's really nothing that original in this story. It's something that's repeated, in dozens, if not hundreds of mythologies going back the last 2,000 years.
Yeah.
all of that. Look, the Trail of Kalalu is about the struggle of
Is that a new one? Kahalu?
Yeah.
Is Kahalu a new one?
Yeah, she changed over a couple of paragraphs back.
Okay.
Dr. whatever in his association. Okay, the Black Island. The Black Island in 1952. What happened to me, you all? In 1952, with the atomic bombing of Raleigh, which Derleth has moved the vicinity, describes this story. Let's read this story, you all. Excuse me. I want to read that story. I just want to read it. We're almost done with this because this is so strange to find this. It really is. A thing which was little more than a protoplasmic mass. From the body of which 1,000.
Gotta congratulate her for saying something somewhat complicated.
Yeah, protoplasmic is not the most trivial word. Yeah, that's true.
Tentacles of every length and thickness flailed forth from the head of which, constantly altering shape from an amorphous bulge to a simulacrum of a man's head, a single malevolent eye appeared. You know what malevolent means? It means bad. Yeah.
A bit more complicated than that.
I mean, yeah, but simulacrum was just way too hard a word for her there.
A bit too complicated is beyond her abilities, so...
Yeah, but from what she's reading, apparently this is a creature they dropped a nuclear bomb on in 1952.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Duh. Aren't you familiar with all the nuclear bombs that were dropped on, alien creatures in 1952?
I'm not sure exactly when, but I do know that at some point in the early 50s, an island completely disappeared after a bomb test.
It might explain what it was that actually caused the Prince Eugen to capsize. Prince Eugen was a German battleship that was taken as a war prize, and they dropped a nuclear bomb in its vicinity to see what would happen.
Yep.
That's hardcore.
And then they tried moving it, and it capsized and went upside down.
Yeah.
Instead of where it was.
That's really interesting, you all. That is so interesting. Oh my gosh! So we've got this cult of
it was
Kalalu, whoever it
what I
is.
just described. I don't know how she managed to, I'm sorry.
She's psychic. Yeah. She's psychic, Laura.
No, that's
and
psycho.
I think it's a real entity. Now there may be people. Look, it's the all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye. Have I pushed this on here, you all? Let me see this. I need to try to make myself exit out of this. I've got my phone covering up this corner and I can't see it. I got to move it out of my way because I got the screen too big, you all. That's why. Let me come over here and just move it out of the way.
And a brain
Oh
not
my
big enough.
gosh. That tentacle kind of looks like that tentacle that was in Romania. It does. I'm just saying.
Wait a
I
minute.
hope
Where
there
did
wasn't
Romania
something.
come into it?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure in Romania. That's what I heard.
Okay, yeah. Something about a tentacle found in Romania was what I got.
Probably a lot of tentacles in Romania.
In there and what are you? I did not click into that, you all. I clicked into this. Look, you see what's happening? I'm trying to click into here, and that's what it's.
Yeah. Can you read? Can you read, Gina? It explains what's happening on the image. And it tells you where to go for more information.
Doing. This image is no longer available. I'm going to make it available, you all. I'm going to.
I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty awesome. She's like, no, I'm gonna make it available. That I can
make
get
this
behind
image available, just like this. So,
So
look at this.
different image.
What if this is really what it looks like?
No, this was the image she was trying to.
Okay, okay. I want to know here because the thing is, it's like imagine if this is what it looked like. ...
Uh-huh.
Go on, go.
Well, it says right there, excerpts from Call of Cthulhu. So this is an illustration taken from the book.
No. What I mean is, it's like, imagine this is true. What batshit is she about to talk now?
That's the problem, though, is you have no predictive power on what the second half of the sentence looks like, given the first half of the sentence. That is basically like the MO for how you show up on this channel. That has to be true. Sometimes they don't seem to have any plan of finishing the sentence, like Ken Wheeler. And sometimes it veers into their expertise on giant stone vaginas, like Roger.
There was a TV show on in the UK in the 90s called The Fast Show, and it's like these short sketches, not big jokes, whatever, just these short ones. And in it there was there's this guy and he's like reminiscing about the past, and he's like, but he mumbles a lot, and so he'll say something and then he'll like, and he'll say something else, and it's like, what the hell did he say there that came up with this part? And just, that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think here. She's, it's like, how is she going to bridge between what she just said, this is what, let's imagine that this thing is real. What's going to be the mumbling between there and getting, we don't know this piece yet. There's going to be more batshit, but we don't know that bit to be able to estimate where this comes from. And the problem is, you can't do that because the Fast Show kind of thing parallel. I didn't explain it well, and if you just type in the Fast Show old guy sketch, you'll find it.
All right. Well, Gina's going to tell us how this is like an old photo from like 1920 or some dumb shit.
Yeah. Or maybe a self-portrait. I don't know.
Wasn't there an entity that looked like this? Was that the captain? What was that? Johnny Depp, the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I mean, I brought this up at the beginning, though, didn't I? Like, this is what Davy Jones looks like in that franchise.
Didn't they have the Kraken or somebody that looked like that?
The Kraken. She just released the Kraken upon us.
The Kraken.
Okay, I mean,
it's like the Kraken, but it's Scottish. By the way, there's a very old sketch show in the UK, The Crankies. So that was the reference. British people would get it. I would not hold it against you if you didn't.
Wasn't somebody on that the Pirates of the Caribbean with a face like that?
Yes, Gina.
Yes, also
that's what I'm thinking.
What?
Also an invented thing, dear. also an invented thing.
Yeah, but that must mean it's real.
Yes, somehow.
Okay, that's what I thought. And
Hey, hold on. Does that mean that Keira Knightley is a time traveler?
Yeah. Not only that. Wait a minute. Where's Sylvester Stallone coming into this?
Wait, what? Hold on. What?
you know that monster that I think Sylvester Stallone played in that movie where that was it Predator? It kind of had something like
Okay,
that, maybe, or sort of, kind of,
I
sort of.
see
No,
where
I
she's
don't know.
coming from,
Yeah,
but
so
no.
that's right there. See, it said it was no longer available,
Okay.
but we can blow that screen up
So she
like
missed
that and make it
Pirates of the
happen.
Caribbean and went to Predator.
Yeah. That was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Also, that was the hair. It was the hair, not the like. I don't think it was the beard. Did the beard? I think it was all like.
Yeah, no, the mouth just split up and had like 4 claws around it.
I don't know. For me, my imagination when seeing Stallone, I was just starting to think, okay, maybe she's going to go into like, it's going to be some kind of Rocky Lobster or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
They got a film festival going on right here. Look at this. They got their film festival right here. I think that they oh my gosh, look, what's that look like? That looks like that alien. This looks like that alien that I'm trying to push the screen so you all can see. This looks like that.
It does look like that alien. It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like a 3D print of the face hugger.
Yeah. I mean,
Alien,
are we
they
supposed
said
to
that
be upset about that? Like,
It definitely is. It definitely is because it says from Cults below it. Cults Radio.
Yeah. Also,
Right.
yeah.
So does that mean that the face hugger is real? I don't understand why she's upset.
Well, because they're having a horror
course.
film festival. You know, that's what she's in now. That this is shots
fiction
from a
is
horror
fiction.
film festival.
Get in your body and then take over your mind and stuff. Don't that look like that? Why do they got that like that?
I just realized something.
Face huggers were in Rick and Morty?
No. It's not that. You know, there's that thing with mathematics. If you multiply negatives, they become it's a positive.
Yeah.
Negative numbers are fake. They don't really exist.
Yeah. So that's what she basically is. You know, something isn't real, and something isn't real, therefore it's real.
Yeah.
If you multiply wrong things, lots of negative things, they become positive things. This is how her brain works. I cracked the code.
Okay, I'm going to push back on that because that implies that there is some way in which her brain works.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. All right.
Are you new, Daryl, honey? I've never heard that in my whole entire life. I really haven't until today.
Heard what?
I lived a very sheltered life, and I really never watched movies or anything like that. Never looked at anything like that. Oh, so yeah, you are. So I'm trying to see some more of that. Kalalu, children's and stuff. Oh.
I have a new
see,
theory.
I think that we saw enough of it.
I had to highlight this because it's like the truest thing I've ever heard him say.
Yeah, you're right, P-Town. This is... Yeah, to be fair, we think that you're just as not... Okay, you're not... It's not as weird. It's not as weird. I'm not going to be that mean to you, P.
I mean, in fairness, she does make him look normal.
But,
okay. I've got another screen
I mean, godly eclipses and all.
Yeah, P-Town at least maintains some internal continuity.
I have a screen share that will possibly explain it all for you.
Here we go. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That was it.
Okay, I have a new theory. Maybe she is one of the aliens. And that's why she doesn't fully understand English and she has none of the cultural context.
Yeah, no, I can buy it.
You know, they probably made this image not visible because really that's probably what it looks like right there.
It's visible. What do you mean? Do you? I hate this so much. I hate her so
Right
much.
there.
Yeah, but it won't let her
That's
download
kinda
a
scary
bigger
looking.
image.
Yeah. It came through HP's portal with his name in the desert back in the day. Who's HP? Who's HP?
HP Lovecraft
I'm
is
not certain
there.
who HP is.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's completely forgotten the part she read from Wikipedia. That's long gone.
Yeah. Wow.
But I know that there's supposed to be a
I mean, Gina, you had one job. You had one job, Gina. Like,
beast that comes out of the sea. We don't want to look at that woman's body. Even though her body's covered up, we're not looking at her body.
I mean, it was a nice body.
We are not at all. Oh, okay, well, see, they got somebody over here. They look like this. And that's fine, too. Giants lived in America. Yes, yes, you are. They did.
It's a gene stealer. It's a gene stealer.
Yeah, also giants lived in America. We're just gonna slide that in.
Yeah.
Well,
Those are facts.
that was established, in one of her videos a few years ago. So,
Of course.
We don't want to look at that woman's body.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, my goodness, you
for
also,
P-Town, though. I do just want to remind him that
Cthulhu-
Gina is a Christian. She is a, what do you call it? Leading a prayer vigil or some such shit earlier today while we were getting ready for the stream.
Yeah.
So
that's okay. We are not going to judge all Christians by her.
we are not. But he said that atheists watch weird shit. We are watching a Christian.
Yeah,
Yep.
most of her audience is Christian, not us. Believe it or not.
Believe it or not, yeah.
It's actually, like, I was in the live chat earlier, and they were all just
eating it up. Yeah. They love this.
They do, and I don't get it.
I have to say, I do love Gina. So
she seems like a nice lady.
I don't know how to pronounce this person's name, but they were talking about the mind control machine or something. We did it about a month ago. And so in the past 2 weeks, a lot of his fans have come to my channel and just completely ruined my analytics because they jump in long enough to see that we're making fun of him and not crying or whatever over, the destruction of his channel. Due to who knows what. And
what happened with that?
That is a great question. Nobody will answer me.
Chat, one of the creators we covered has vanished from the internet, right?
No, it got the YouTube axe of that, I'm certain. And what do you call it? Oh yeah, so we watched an inordinate amount of transphobes, misogynists, just every kind of bigot you'd want to think of. And I haven't seen that from Gina. I mean, she does do the whole, we got to pray because God is coming and soon. But she's just such a breath of fresh air.
That's true. She doesn't separate out any group of people.
Yeah.
As far as I've seen.
I just read something that made me snort that so hard it hurt. It was, I so love watching you learn. I remember when I was at this point. This is in the comments under her video.
Yeah, that happens. Right
a lot. Actually, at least once a video.
Actually, I can relate to that. I enjoy watching her learn because this is what the hell? But it's so entertaining at the same time.
Yeah, I love hearing bang, bang, mucka bang. I believe it. Believe what? It's not even clear. They use the word it without any clear antecedent, and it's so confusing.
Or I want to call it Cthulhu.
I know you do, Gina, because you don't know how words work.
Cthulhu, okay, Cthulhu.
That's the closest.
There, she got it. Yeah.
That's basically right.
Amazing.
Yep.
She said it 3 times
right here,
in a row.
Cthulhu.
Well, hold on. She might have even said it better there. Hold on.
Right. Cthulhu, okay, Cthulhu, right here, Cthulhu.
I think that last time that she said it was the best so far.
Okay, what? Did somebody in her chat finally correct her on the pronunciation? Or
probably.
Did she read it again?
How long? Well, I mean, it could be. It is right there.
Oh, again, it's right next
there.
to the picture she's on now.
So, she may have read it again. It could be that she got corrected. How long do we think this will last?
Like until the next time she sees the word.
3 or 4 paragraphs at most.
Yeah, I'm gonna literally try and hold my breath.
2 sentences.
Right there, and it's talking about the call of the Cthulhu, and they are described as they were not composed altogether of flesh and blood. They had shape, but that shape was not made of matter. And when the stars were right, they could plunge from the world to world through the sky. But when the stars were wrong, they could not live. But although they no longer lived, they would never really die. So they all lay in stone houses in a great city, waiting to be resurrected. They're going to be resurrected, you all. They really are. They're going to be resurrected.
She literally
I
forgot
wanted
that she
just
already
one more.
read that
Just
part.
one more. We're going to read it.
Yeah, the not
Okay,
the
just
not
this
real
one more
thing
part right here.
describing is going to be resurrected.
I think I'm over here. So look. So the old ancient ones, the elder gods of cosmic good and those of cosmic evil, bearing many names, and there really are many names of cosmic good and cosmic evil, and themselves of different groups, as if associated with the elements and yet transcending for them. For there are water beings, hidden in the depths, which I really do believe there are, those of air that are the primal lurkers beyond time, I'm sure, and those of earth, horrible animate survivors of different aeons. So look at this. So the water beings, the
good news is it's all going to be fine because Spider-Man and He-Man are going to defeat them. Because, non-real things can defeat, non-real things.
Oh, you should have been Bree's stream yesterday where we had, was it Godzilla and T-Rex battling each other for reasons?
Yeah, well, that's not a fair matchup because the T-Rex doesn't have any ranged weapons.
Yeah. It's worth pointing out T-Rex hates modern society. Can't do selfies.
Now, if you had the T-Rex fitted out like in Dino Riders, then that'd be a fair match.
No, it was not.
You got to give him the missile launchers.
I love missile launchers.
Those.
No, go ahead.
Of the air. Okay, a departure from the traditional elemental theory, in which the water and the fire were opposed and depicted as you all. Am I doing this to you all again? I'm reading on here and I'm not even pushing that screen.
Yes.
I am so sorry. I'm getting too caught up. So water beings oppose those of the air. And it's an age-old arch rivalry with a designated air elemental. Kalu.
For the record, chat, I had to stop holding my breath about 20 seconds before she said Kahalu wrong again. But that's
almost.
I was also doing the thing where I'm pausing and letting people comment.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say you would have made it if we hadn't had that.
Is engaged with Hester, whom he describes as Kahulu's half brother. You all, I don't mean to laugh, but I can't keep the name straight. I can't.
Yeah, we've noticed.
We noticed.
Well, at least she finally noticed she's doing it.
Okay,
I don't think so.
She's actually been. She said however you say it or however it's pronounced or something. She said that a bunch.
She tripped up over the brother's name though, and then she was like, "I can't do this anymore." It's like it's names. They're so tricky.
Yeah, but ectoplasm. She got ectoplasm, right? Or protoplasm.
Oh, she probably watched Ghostbusters. What?
The thing is, I felt the same thing. I felt I can't do this anymore, but I was invited, and so I stayed.
Fair.
Yep.
I try to. Yeah, I want people to know what they're getting into because holy shit.
Right. I mean, but we don't want them to know too accurately what they're getting into because we want people to watch, I guess, the show. And if we're too honest, they'll just be like, nah, we're not about that.
Yeah. But that's okay. That's quite all right. I don't really need to keep it straight. That's okay. I really do feel that there is something.
On the show
hey, what happened to me?
Oh yeah, she's got nothing on a flat earther. Holy shit.
You know, I would love to cover more flat earthers, but somebody. All right.
Can you all see me on here? It looked like it about cut me off, made me a little bit blurry, but that's okay. Yeah, I believe that, Daryl Calhoun. Yeah, so I think that there's a lot of truth to this fandom stuff, and that we got the air, those above and those below, and those on the earth.
Okay,
We
why?
do.
What about it gives it any semblance of truth?
Because she read it on the internet.
Yeah,
You know how this works.
Oh, that just explains everything because I read it on the internet.
Well, hold on. No,
Okay.
guys, I figured it all out. Here's the explanation. Here's the explanation. The explanation is that all makes perfect sense, right? There we go.
They censored you.
They would, wouldn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, they came in.
You can't let the secret out.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. And
Just terrible.
you know what? You're fucking with my show money, so no more of that.
That's right. That's right, you all. I am going to go. I'm going to go. And I wasn't even going to do this on here. I was going to ask a question. I was going to ask a different question, but I'll ask that at another day. I will. Because that was an important question, but I wasn't supposed to do it, so I didn't. Literally, I had already uploaded a different photo. I was going to show stuff on Hawaii. I was. And then I seen this right here with the tentacles, and I thought, well, that's what I'm supposed to speak on. So I did. So thank you all for coming on here, and thank you, moderators, for being on here. I really believe that there is a lot of history that is passed off as myth and fables. I really do. I believe that it is real. There's a lot of realness out there.
But why? Why do you believe that, Gina? That's what I want to know. I want to know why.
It's not even old enough to be a myth or a fable.
Maya,
it's the 20th century.
Yes. Also, well, to be fair, myths and fables can I mean, they can show up pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, you can have a legend in just a couple of years.
Yeah, like Tom from John Navy, yeah. But I need to say this because it's probably something I might need some help with. I want to engage with this person.
What? No.
I do.
No. We did not discuss this. I told you, Roger, I would shut the fuck up while you interrogated Roger.
That's
that
true.
Was the plan.
To be fair,
you've got work to do, sir.
Okay, I'll try. Chat. Do you guys want Roger to come on the show?
As a peace offering, can you bring him a clean feather?
I will buy him a live peacock.
Hey, we already okay, fine. We finished. I need a couple more votes on the current poll, and then we'll go into the Roger poll. But that's tempting.
Now, there's an interesting thing because this is the end, isn't it? I've got something to follow it, which relates to it. Don't worry.
Cool. Shall I go?
Yeah. Finish it off.
Those are the things that are real. Okay. And so with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Because they have a tendency to unsubscribe people.
Do not hit her subscribe button. We need a poll if Gina is real. Oh, this is great.
But it's right there, though, Maya.
No, hey, stop it.
But
don't do that. I don't think she would come on. I really don't. Anyways, you all have not voted
all we
in
have
the poll.
to do is convince us something that's not real. We're going to talk about something that's not real, which is basically everything she talks about, and she'll be here like a flash. We've watched. Here's the selling point. We've watched your stuff. We really think it's great, and we like to talk about mythology and things like that. Would you like to come on the show?
Or just tell her that we've got some photos that could be aliens. Will you come on and analyze them for us?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see what the chat. In the meantime, let's see. Purple, you're up apparently. Who are you? Where are you? And what do you have coming up this week?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I just do a live chat every Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock Central Time, and we really stay on topic. So it's mostly just a group of friends hanging out, talking about whatever anybody's got on their mind.
Right, and you said it's just Wednesdays for you right now.
Yeah, I've gone down to only doing it once a week now.
What happened to your Thursday midnight stream?
Well, I've been constantly trying to find, some way to get myself to sleep. So that was part of an idea of trying to get on a normal schedule. That has been a complete failure, by the way.
Fair. Oh, wait. How many people have voted? Oh, we have 9 votes. Many yeses. You know what? I think they just don't think that you can get him on, and they want to see you suffer.
This man is thirsty for a physicist to listen to him, okay? He is thirsty for it.
Who's Roger? Farron. Wash your mouth out,
Farron's
How
fairly new.
dare, Farron? How dare?
Mud Fossil University. We've covered Roger. Yep. We haven't covered Roger in a little while now, a couple of months, I think. But
give him a rock; he'll tell you what body part it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we do have a Roger stream coming up. I believe in 2 weeks. Stephanie will be back joining us for a Roger stream.
Fantastic.
A little suggestion for you, Michael. Don't confuse the word physicist with masochist.
Yeah, that'll be hard if your only knowledge of physicists is from this stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Laura, who are you? Where are you? What do you have coming up this week?
Well, I don't really have anything coming up at all. Although I've got an idea of something that I might do in the future. A bunch of people I used to hang out with in the past, and it's like, you know what, let's just have some reminiscing of old stuff. So I might get on a guest every week or so and do that. But just before, I wanted to stick with someone with the Cthulhu stuff. I got a screen share for you. And it's something that I found quite funny when I was looking through the Wikipedia, because I actually read the end of it, unlike her. And it's the Cthulhu Party UK was a pseudo-political organisation claiming to change politics for evil, parodied in the Brexit Party's changing politics for good. A member of the Cthulhu Party holds the position of mayor of the museum town Bliss Hill. Bliss Hill is a part of the Ironbridge Gorge Museum, which is it's a town, back in the Industrial Revolution, it was really important place. A lot of engineering and things like that came about that part of the country. But Bliss Hill, it's like I say, they've gone and built what it used to be turned it into a museum. And the idea of Cthulhu, well, I don't know. I'm sure you'll understand, but even the buildings there were scared to death of this idea. Look, the buildings, they look horrifying.
Yep. They do.
Are horrifying.
They are aghast.
Oh,
dear me. I'm sorry, that was a really bad joke, but I had to do it.
No, it was good.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But tell us about your channel, because a lot of people are meeting you for the first time. What do you do?
Okay, so my channel has sort of got a long history, but effectively I used to do cycle camera videos. So when I ride a bicycle, I got a camera on the top, because it can be dangerous out there and things happen, good and bad. And then I sort of found the great debate communities. I was talking to atheists and theists as well, and that's how I ended up bumping into Steve McRae, and then sort of that went off in a weird tangent. So that was a new level of batshittery that was amusing to follow for a while.
It was amazing, yeah.
Yeah,
Until it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, he posted a picture of me as a man to prove I couldn't possibly been sexually harassed. Couldn't, Yeah, he couldn't have
Yeah.
possibly sexually harassed me because I'm suppose I'm too ugly to sexually harass or something. I don't know, but so that was like, oh, that was well done, Steve. Didn't say anything about me, of course. Only said what an arsehole he is.
Yeah, for those of you who aren't aware, Steve McRae is a homophobe, a
Yeah.
transphobe, um, like just a overall like asshole. And yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Also,
not a friend of the show.
oh well, you see, he can't possibly be a transphobe because he started out in the trans community.
Yeah,
Um,
we've heard that a bunch recently.
yeah, but you know what
He
the
says
reality?
that.
Yeah, but this is what's funny about it. The reality is, it wasn't the trans community at all.
Mm-mm.
It was someone who was an atheist who happened to be trans used to have hangouts,
Yeah, yeah,
and and people would
which
chat.
is different.
Yeah, it's like
So that's
he,
the I'm not racist, I have a black friend.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
If it was
almost
a black
exactly.
person, if it was a black person in the hangout, he started in the black community. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be it. So it's just a way to pretend he isn't. But he's slime, and just yeah, he's a narcissist, and he is incredibly obsessed with someone. That Katie Joy Paulson character, and whether you like her or not, it doesn't change the reality that he has harassed her for
Yeah,
5 years.
5 years now. God.
It's almost 5 years,
That's
but
still going on.
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't care about Katie one way or another, but
no,
at some point, it's just like, God damn, dude, like
Yeah.
move on.
yeah. I mean, I used to be sort of interested in a couple of these crazy, bit like the Gina lady, and
Mhm.
it sort of got to a point where it just became so toxic. It's like, yeah, bye bye, I'm walking away from that. And
Yeah,
he has no ability to do that. He is, you know, he's like Donald Trump. He has such thin skin; it's beyond belief. You know, so
yeah, yeah,
there's a
yeah.
story about Donald Trump, and it kind of fits. And what happened was someone called him a. It was something like small-handed vulgarian, something like that,
Yeah,
from the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal or something like that. And every year, for like over a decade, he would take a piece of paper, draw around his hand, and mail it to him.
the short-fingered Vulgarian.
Short-fingered vulgarian, thank you.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a classic story. It's like, bro, you played yourself.
yeah,
That's how it is with Trump. I just look at him and I'm like, bro, you're playing yourself.
yeah. So, like I say, that is the kind of level of Steve McRae. So,
Mhm.
but like I say, I haven't really done very much for a while. I just sort of, I go on Twitter here and there. I'm on Twitter. I'm at now_being_Laura. I'm trans. I've 2 years of hormones now, which is wonderful. And in fact, Pride Month was when I got hormones for the first time. So it's been 2 and a bit. So it worked out really.
Oh, then you started just, like exactly the same time I did.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually on the 25th, and my mum disowned me, and family's a bit awkward. But even though I kind of get sad about that, Christmas Day is the 6 month, 18 month, 2.5 years,
Hmm.
anniversary. So there's always that little sort of like yay
You
element.
said Christmas Day.
Yeah, Christmas Day is 20. It was 25th of June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So yeah, it just works out that it's a plus 6 months anniversary every year.
Cool, cool. Hey, maybe you could like what do you call it? Celebrate it. Helping Purple on her Christmas stream.
If I'm here,
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think
I can go away.
Stephanie, who's one of my mods, her very first stream was doing Purple's Christmas
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah, it was that I tried to use StreamYard so she could run one for the Christmas marathon.
Yeah, it's So like I say, I kind of have an interest in all sorts of things, but I try to take less, less attention to things at the moment because it can just get so, it can be a mess. I mean, like, for example, Twitter. Do I want to spend all day on Twitter arguing with people who hate me? No, I
Well,
don't.
maybe not all day, but sometimes when I have little time on my hands, I like to.
Yeah, I kind of choose when I want to,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And like, yesterday was Pride. And yesterday, after Pride, I ended up talking to a street preacher, one of the people who turn up for the hate for the
Oh,
day.
wow.
And
Fun.
How did that go?
it was brilliant. I run rings around them all the time. They really hate it when you know the Bible better than they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had, and there's the two things that I look, is my favourite for this sort of, for Pride or whatever, is sort of ask them, so why is it you come here to have a go at the LGBT people? Jesus said absolutely nothing about LGBT stuff, but had loads to say about adultery. So why don't you spend any time outside divorce court? I asked him, how much time have you spent outside divorce court? And he said none.
I am shocked.
And but I asked what evidence have you got for God, and he said it's 2023 and the calendar, and it's like,
Yeah.
What?
the thing that was started 46 years before Jesus was supposedly born.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that proves God.
Yeah, let's despite the fact that they're not even sure what year he was born in.
Yeah.
You look at me. I was just like, what the fuck?
I thought you said 46. You said 426 though.
No, 46 BC is when the calendar was started. It was started by Julius Caesar.
That's when he fixed it. So he had the role. What was his role? He was the guy in charge of the calendar, and he was away doing campaigns like invading Gaul and whatnot for 10 years. And when he got back, the entire calendar was like off by 3 months. And
effectively what happened was they had the Roman calendar, which lost like 33 days a year or something.
It lost 5 days a year. It was 5 days a year. Yeah.
Anyway, either way, it was out, and so he
came up with Julian.
Scholars,
yeah.
And the scholars came up with this new system which got it, close.
Pretty close, yeah.
And a quarter.
Pretty darn close, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sort of it wasn't until
Pope Gregor,
they came up with the Gregorian calendar, which basically put more decimal points, numbers after the decimal point to make it more accurate. So 2425. 65.2425. And this guy was like, because we call it 2023 and it's, AD, which is just something that got caught on, but they didn't change the numbers. They didn't Jesus was born then, and this happened in the 5th century that they decided to start calling it AD. They still started at 0, which was when Julius Caesar put it in.
Well, okay, and even I don't know what you mean by that, but
even when Pope Gregor tried to establish the calendar, there were still 3 different calendars being used in different parts of Europe.
Yeah.
So it was possible to leave Rome in October and arrive in Poland in August and get back to Italy in the previous year.
Yeah. I really enjoy messing around with street preachers because I enjoy watching them paint themselves into corners. My favourite one, and it's not a long story, don't worry, but take me a couple of moments. So I had a street preacher who, I sort of challenged him because he was doing you better do what my God says or else. And when they do that, it's like, oh, that sounds like fun. Let's have a go at them. And so it was like, how many angels were in the tomb? Resurrection account. How many angels were in the tomb? Was it 1, 2, or none? Because in Mark it's 1, man sitting. In 2, in Luke it's two angels sitting, and then in the Michael Bay version, which is what I call Matthew, there's a giant earthquake which no one else mentions.
Oh yeah,
There's
and zombies.
there's a giant earthquake, and an angel sweeps out of the sky, moves the tombstone out of the way, and sits on it. So there's none in the tomb. Like, go in and have a look. He's risen. He's not there. And so I'm sort of going through this, and I'm watching him. He's trying to jump all over the place. He's trying to do. Oh, when you get eyewitnesses, multiple eyewitnesses that can say different things, and it's like, yeah, but the difference here is, you've got Mark who says, it was a tall guy wearing black clothes. Luke who said it's a sort of middle height guy wearing navy blue clothes, and then you got Matthew who's saying it's Big Bird from Sesame Street. There's a big difference between them.
Yeah.
And so ultimately he kind of goes like, well, if I move my amplifier, because he's got a microphone, and we're swapping, he's letting me hold his microphone while he's, and if I move my amplifier in my left hand or my right hand, or I use both hands, does it really matter because the amplifier got moved? And I said, yeah, but no one's salvation is based on how many hands you use to move your amplifier, whereas this is supposed to be true. So which one's true? If this one's true, then that one's not true, or those two or three aren't true. And so ultimately he came to answer one, and I said, right, so the other one's a lies then. If that's the true one, the other one's a lies. And that was the moment when he had to become dishonest to protect his belief, because it's either throw it all out or be a liar.
Yeah.
He needed to believe what he wanted to believe and disregard everything else, because he would have to unthink. He's been bred, so to speak, to believe that if he doesn't believe this stuff, he's going to go to hell. And that's stopped them by me using rationality. And so that was the moment, and I saw it happen, and it was the moment when the microphone never touched my hand again, and he stuck it right up to his nose, and he talked really loudly. And if I tried talking, he talked straight away.
Right.
And he just, he might as well have just put his fingers in his ears and gone la 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 la.
But see, that's your limited worldview, that you can't simultaneously believe three contradictory things at the same time.
4, But, and I with that, I laughed and I walked away. And there was another guy down the street, and he was preaching, and he was like, Jesus loves me, I love Jesus, and this is the reason why. And I had no argument against him, because he wasn't saying you better believe what my God thinks or else. He was just saying this is why it makes me happy.
That's good if that's what makes you happy. But holy shit, do you have to ruin everyone else's life to be happy? I mean, and if that's true, what does it say about you, or whatever the fuck it is you're worshiping?
That I'm a cis white man and everything needs to be given to me, Maya. I don't.
Well, the part I find
you're in
really
luck.
funny,
everything is.
There we go. See the world.
Well, and the chat has spoken. You need to go fetch us a Roger for this goddamn stream.
Hold on.
Roger!
Roger!
Do you know what my
Warriors?
I think possibly my favorite win with the street preacher was a guy with a headset with a microphone and an amplifier. And I said, will you read me any part of the Bible? Yes, he says. And I had him reading Exodus 21, the slavery bit. Literally with an amplifier, bouncing it across the town centre, and he's reading the slavery bit in the Bible.
Yeah. Slavery, that proves a point to him?
No, he wasn't thinking. He wasn't thinking at all.
Proves the point to the audience.
What's in the Bible is true, and it's all good. All of it.
All of it.
Okay. Yeah, all of it. Yeah, all of it. And so, therefore, he had no problem preaching one of the probably the most awful part of the Bible, the owning of people as property.
Okay.
Well,
that happened.
I see that as a win. Watching.
Yeah. I mean, for you, certainly. Right? Yeah. It would be nice if he had some couth or humility and just walked away. But
So Steph is going to be starting her after show in like 5 minutes.
Yep, I was just going to say that. I see the links up.
Yeah, the link has been up, and people are free to leave as they wish, as they've been doing. I'm not gonna let that stop. I have a show too.
I'm sorry if I've taken over a bit at the end here.
No.
No, that's okay.
I wanted you to talk because a lot of people don't know who you are, and I haven't seen you
Yeah,
anywhere
you haven't
in
been
a
around much
while.
lately.
No, I've been kind of quiet lately. I've actually a year ago I joined a war games club, and I've been doing a lot of that. So I've been watching. I can't really chat and do modeling at the same time, but I can watch TV shows and stuff like that.
Well, if you can come into my chat on Wednesday, you can talk about that. I'd like to hear more about it.
Yeah.
It's funny. Someone, I forgot his name now, Jason, and Jason Jacoby, and he was saying, "Imagine what she'd be like if she saw 40K," and that's exactly what I've been working on. So
funny.
Right,
I thought you would have gone more for historic things.
yeah. Ironically, tomorrow is the War Games Club night, and I'm playing versus my own army.
you can do that.
You have models. Your opponent has models. You move and shoot and stuff like that. But there's a young lad at the club, and he doesn't play Warhammer 40,000. He plays Age of Sigmar, which is a different kind of a similar game, but a different rim.
Yeah.
So he's a kid, and he hasn't got enough money to do 2 armies, and so therefore I've loaned him one of mine. So I'm going to be playing against my own army that he's going to use.
Interesting. All right. Well, I see a bunch of people are saying that they're doing stuff later in the night, later tonight, and then again tomorrow. So if you got anything going on, let everybody know. Throw it in the chat. I can't possibly shill at everybody that's doing everything because a good 75% of you are creators. But feel free, show your shit out in the chat. We love you all. Purple, are you doing anything on the shows or?
Don't have anything directly scheduled. It's been kind of hit and miss. The shills lost their Discord server, so it's even been hard for me to keep up on what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have the email?
Yeah. Well, I'm still in contact with Dick Dawson, but yeah.
Yeah, because I could get you that.
Okay, I'm still waiting for you to start your product line there. We talked about doing gummy bears the shape of weasels that taste like tapioca.
Tapioca shaped gummy bears.
Well, we need tapioca weasels.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't done a cryptid episode in a while.
Well, we did do fake animals 2 weeks ago.
No, that's animals that he thinks are cryptids that aren't cryptids. They're real.
I know.
It's like the opposite of
it. Yeah.
I would love to do a show on lake monsters because the Loch Ness Monster was a big part of my deconversion.
I was texting Bree earlier this afternoon. We were texting about we should do a Loch Ness show.
Well, not just Loch Ness. They're all over the world.
Yeah.
There's 50 lakes in North America alone that are said to have monsters in them.
No, that would be a fun show. I think we're booked for the next month, but I would love to have you on this time next month, and you can tell us all about lake monsters and how true or false they are.
I'll have to do some research and dig them all up again, but it's something I did a term paper on them when I was a teenager, and that was part of my deconversion. It really started me questioning a lot of other things.
No, because I remember. Doc, I don't know if you remember Purple when we were going over. There was a monster in was it the Hudson Bay or in the Great Lakes area or something like that. And I had never heard of it. And Purple was like, "Oh yeah, that's this thing." And I was like, "Okay, well,
yeah."
No, we thought we were convinced that it was. We thought it was
about Champ, the monster in Lake Champlain in New York.
Maybe. I think there was something in Lake Michigan, and I was convinced that it was like
Michigan's
trash bag. Yeah.
it could be Lake Michigan. Yo, if there's a lake monster anywhere, it would be in Lake Michigan. Okay, that place is it's rough.
Yeah.
I would bank on it being Lake Superior just because that's the deepest one.
Yeah, but Michigan is, I think, the most dangerous one. Like the currents and the water currents and the air currents. I have no idea. The person I would ask would be Stephanie. Do you know about this? And then
Yeah.
if she did, then she would opine, and if she didn't, then
Actually, I had heard just a week or two ago that the most shipwrecks are actually in Lake Erie.
Oh,
because it's so shallow, it's more difficult for them to navigate accurately.
okay. But does that mean that the most are fatalities the most common there? Maybe.
I don't know. Somebody had told me that it has the most shipwrecks of any of the Great Lakes.
Cool.
All right. Well, yeah. I guess in a month we'll do that show. It sounds like fun. You're right. We haven't done a cryptid show in quite a while.
Thank you for having me on tonight.
Laura, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, you've been great.
I know
right.
I butt in a lot, and you know.
No, please.
Not remotely.
Oh,
no.
They listen to us way too much.
Trust me. This was actually among, I think, one of our most well-balanced episodes.
Yeah, I thought so. Everybody got a chance to get in there.
Really, yeah. Normally it's just me kind of sitting here just like talking because, yeah. All right.
Well, I'm good at talking. You know, that's something I'm good at. You know, I had a reputation for, you know, like doing hangouts, and I would be on for hours. I think 18 hours was the longest I've ever done.
Wow. Holy shit.
I know Purple has arranged for a marathon the last few years.
Yeah.
Well, this will be the 5th year for the Christmas marathon.
Yeah, I didn't talk that much in the Christmas. I just invited people in, and then they did all the talking for me. It was great.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing that, you know, I've got different people each hosting 2 hours, so I can get a chance to catch a nap somewhere in the middle of it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I this 18-hour one, or it was roughly 18 hours. I think it was maybe 16, but anyway, it was a long time. And I was invited to host an after show by a friend, and
you were like, "What are you trying to do to me?"
And then what happened was, like, I streamed the after show for like a couple of hours and then went offline, but we continued talking, and then people would disappear and come back. You know, someone else would come in, and I'm still hosting it, I suppose. And so other people would join, and so on and so on and so on. And so, you know, it ended up with people like, they went to bed, they slept for 8 hours, they got up, and I was still there talking away. Because new people, yay!
Yeah.
Well, that's when Lavender and I used to get on together. We would go like that, and there'd be people coming in and out, and we would run 9-10 hour streams.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm going to shut it down. P-Town's getting a little rambunctious in the chat. I think it's time for his nap.
Okay.
Okay. But everyone, please go head over to Steph. She's doing an after party, and can talk about like random non-science nonsense, and all the fun stuff happens over there.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a quick break, and I'll be over in Stephanie's in 5 minutes or so.
All right, well, everyone, thanks for coming. We'll see you in a week. Oh, next week we have Skeptics and Scoundrels guest hosting with us, so that'll be really fun. We're really excited, and you guys will all be here. I'll be here. I can talk. I know words. I've memorized a lot of them. I swear. But
unlike the person we were talking about earlier.
Right. Holy shit. All right. So we'll see you later. Goodbye. Everybody say goodbye.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Good night, all.